Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're back in my sketchbook, you guys. This drawing is very short today. I know usually my videos are a little bit longer on Wednesdays. I feel like Monday through Wednesday the videos are a little bit longer, and then Thursday I kind of sort of phone it in for the study and I make it really short. But today's our shortest video, and that's just because honestly I was planning on doing a whole page of drawings for this page, but I was working on these. I did like 3 character drawings, which I'll talk about in a second, but it took me 17 minutes and I was like, I don't want to draw anymore. Well, I was drawing for not 17 minutes. When I slowed the video down, it was 17 minutes because I had cut stuff out, but it was actually like a 20-minute drawing session, and I was like, I don't want to draw anymore. And also I feel like if I draw anymore, it's gonna be like 40 minutes, and then I don't really want to edit that. So today our video is a little bit short. Honestly, today's video, we are just drawing some characters. These are actually some old characters I had. I think the first time you guys ever saw these characters was in a tour of Sketchbook 5. These characters are very old. So we're on Sketchbook. This is technically Sketchbook 51, but you guys know how it goes. I have like half sketchbooks, and I'm working on sketchbooks at the same time. So I'm working on this sketchbook. So this is it's been like, oh gosh, when did I start Sketchbook 5? I don't actually remember the date on that one, but it's been like at least 8 years since I've drawn these guys. And I was like, did I draw them after this? And I was like, I don't think I did. These were some characters I had that took place in a mafia story. Funny enough, I know I currently have a mafia story, which is kind of why I'm redrawing these guys, because I was like, I need characters to be in part of different mafia families. And I was like, I don't know if I want to come up with 30 characters. And I was like, well, I have 5 characters that were in a mafia, and I was like, perfect. So I was like, all I need is just a little bit of like a fresh coat of paint and they're good to go. And so these are some redraws of some old characters that I have. They don't actually 100% look the same. This very first one that I did, I know I already drew them really fast, but this character is called Joe, also known as Average Joe. Average Joe is a person who is an assassin, but they are perfectly good at just everything, just averagely. Like they're like your average run-of-the-mill assassin. That's why they're called Average Joe. And so they belong to a mafia family, the leader of which is named Henry. She is a girl, and the original story for them was that she was originally supposed to take over her mafia family, and she was like, her parents were like, you got to come up with some people that you want to be part of your mafia family, so you got to go find friends and collect them, and they'll be like your subordinates. And so she was going to go around and collect subordinates, and the very first subordinate she ever collected was Joe, just because I don't know, I came up with his design first. Then after Joe is Lee, which is a character I'm currently working on. Lee is also an assassin. He wears gloves because he has vitiligo, and that's like part of his story, is that he's kind of sort of struggling with his vitiligo and how he like feels about himself, and he really hates being depicted as different from other people, and so he really struggles with that. And so yeah, and he and Joe didn't really get along, just because Joe, I don't want to get too much into Joe's backstory or what his story is in general, because it's sort of kind of spoilers for the story, but for some reason they don't really get along. That's all you guys really need to know. And so yeah, they fight a lot because of that reason. I mean, Joe likes Lee. Joe's like, Lee, you're a cool guy, and Lee's like, fuck you. So that's like a fun point of contention. Honestly, I mean, it's not nice to like be mean to people that are supposed to be your friends, but I like that sort of kind of dynamic. So yeah, that's Lee. And I don't really like the appearance I came up with him, because before he just sort of kind of had like a buzz cut, and now he's kind of got like this it looks like locks into a bun, which is, I was not planning on it to be locks into a bun. I actually wanted them to be braids. So they're supposed to be braids going into like a ponytail, and I did not draw that at all, you guys. I was like, I fucked it up. Whenever I'll fix it later. I like the way that he looks, but I didn't like the way I did his hair. So whenever I draw his hair next, I'm going to have to fix that. And then the third character is Harper. And honestly, these guys have had these names since I created them like 8 years ago or whatever at this point. And I was like, do I want to give them new names? And I'm like, no, I actually think I like their names. So yeah, this is Harper. Harper is also an assassin, but his specialty is poisons. So I wanted to draw him a little bit skinnier than the other two. Unfortunately, I don't think that worked. I'm not very good at drawing characters as being like skinny or whatever, but he's not really supposed to be like a fighter. Like I said, he works with poisons mostly, and so he kind of like works in the shadows. And so, yeah, and I didn't really change the way that their outfits look too much. Joe has always worn a suit, and Harper has always worn this like sweater vest, bow tie, page boy hat thing. And then also I just gave the same outfit that what's it called? What Lee wears too. It's the same outfit. I just changed his haircut a little bit, honestly, you guys. And I was like, these designs are pretty solid. I mean, I just might change like Lee's outfit, and like I said, the way that I draw his hair, I didn't really like the way I drew his hair. But other than that, I'm like, these are good to go. I mean, I came up with like for Joe, I kind of like changed the structure of his face a little bit, but other than that, they're all good to go. And I was like, perfect. I don't have to do anything. I just needed like some modern tweaks, honestly, modernization. And honestly, they're pretty much perfect. I had fun doing this. Like I said, it took me a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take me, just because I did have to look up a new hairstyle that I wanted for Lee to have, because I didn't like his haircut before. And also I have a different character in the story that I kind of want to have like a buzz cut. Two characters technically have buzz cuts in the story, and I'm like, oh gosh, they're gonna start looking like each other. But I'm like, I don't know hairstyles, you guys. I'm stupid when it comes to hairstyles. Maybe I'll change that other guy's hairstyle. But I was like, the reason he has a buzz cut is like for story reasons, so I had to probably change another guy's hairstyle because he doesn't have a story reason for having a buzz cut. I just thought it looked cool. But yeah, and I had to look up how to draw a page boy hat. I hate drawing hats, you guys. And I never put hats into like character design because I don't like drawing hats. But I was like, he has a hat. I designed him to have a hat. And also, he looks really cute with the hat on, you guys. I think he looks really cute. And so I couldn't get rid of his stupid page boy hat. I had to give it to him. But I think he looks cute. And so, yeah, I had to keep his hat. Unfortunately. I mean, honestly, I could have gotten rid of the hat, but I was like, it would be dishonest to get rid of the hat. He's got the hat. And also, he looks cute with the hat. And also, it helps with different silhouettes, you know? And so I had to keep the hat on. So, yeah, out of all these characters, I mean, honestly, when I was writing the story about Henry, Joe and Lee were my favorites, just because you guys know I love a side character. And so I was like, their stories are really interesting. And I was like, well, Henry is the main character. You can't just be like, I really like those guys' stories, let's focus on them. I mean, you can, but you can't just keep them as side characters. If you want to do that, you have to like fix it. But yeah, I didn't end up doing that. I like the way these drawings came out. Like I said, they took me a little bit longer than I thought they would, because usually my sort of kind of like, these is not even full bodies, and they usually only take me like 2 to 3 minutes to do. But this was, like I said, took 19 minutes to draw all 3 of these. I guess I was just overthinking it a little bit. So yeah, you just see me adding some small tweaks, and that's pretty much the end of the video, you guys. Sorry if this one was a little bit more rambly than usual. But thank you for spending this time with me. I will go ahead and see you in the next one.